I'm assuming there are a lot of developers here, especially front-end developers. What does a typical like front-end development flow looks like? So we have code which we write in like a VS Code or whatever ID you have. Then the same code it kind of compiles, builds whatever you're using, and then somewhere in the browser that code shows up. You test it, you like interact with it, you know how it feels, you test the UI, UX, and everything. Now, more often than not, you would not get a perfect output in one go, right? So what you would typically do is, okay, now let me just inspect the DOM or put some logs and analyze what's happening. Then again, I go to ID, then again code, then again build. So this is like a very tedious process, and it's repetitive process. And if you have like a big app, as we have at FlytBase, the build times are insane. So even like a small change, even a small text change, it takes like a lot of time. So I like when we had all these AI tools and we have like all the browser automation capabilities that are driven by MCPs, then at FlytBase we thought, okay, how can we like accelerate it? So that's what I'm trying to show you guys. So I hope you would like it and apply it in your daily workflows. So let me just like jump in quickly. I've written here something called as Ulta development. So Ulta is a word in Hindi which means reverse. So what I'm trying to demonstrate here is like a reverse way of developing things. So how does it work? On the left, we have a typical workflow that I explained even in the first slide. So we have ID, we like do some compilation, the code builds, it is in browser, then you like identify and fix issues, you again go back and all that. Now this is like very time consuming and a boring process, and especially for people like me who kind of don't like front-end development so much, but we have to do it. So I had to solve this. So then one day when I was working on a very small feature, I thought, okay, I have like Cloud Code with me and I have Chrome MCP or Playwright MCP. So all these are like browser automation tools, and they have capability of accessing your development tools. For example, they can access your console network, they can inspect your DOM, like whatever we do manually. Now you can connect your cloud code or whatever AI you are using with that MCP, which means your AI and browser are both talking to each other. They are in flow. Now, what you can do is instead of writing code in IDE, you can inject the script in the browser itself. So you can write a small JS snippet, of course, with AI. And what you do is you skip all these things, like you skip the compile build and then the code showing up in browser. Instead, you start from the browser, you put the code there, you experience it, you know whatever changes you need, you can like change them on the fly, and then you have a 90% code in front of you, which is kind of ready, and you can make the targeted changes as soon as possible. So you skip a lot of things here, and of course this is like very fast. So enough of what I'm telling. Let me like try and give a short demo. So this is the FlytBase dashboard. Now in here we have this small feature, right? So you can see this stream moving. So it's actually a feed from one of our drones. Now the requirement was this. Okay, we have to like develop this. Now if you see this is like a fairly complex thing, because one, you have like all the dragging things here. Then we also make sure that
sorry, screen sharing. Your screen is not present.
Oh, sorry. Okay, is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just explain it back again. So we have this like our dashboard of ours in which there was requirement. We needed like a draggable and a resizable feed. So if you see, this is like a fairly complex thing, right? You need to have logic to move this. You need to have that it doesn't go accidentally over all these important things. So we had to like develop all this, right? So typically, if I would have developed it in pre-AI, right, it would have been taken me like at least a day to get it to a production grade code and make it working, along with all the video streaming and production grade coding that we need to do here. So, but that's what I'm show that how you can do it in like real time. So as I mentioned in the start of the meeting, we'll be doing it real time. Let's see if we can build the same thing live in front of you guys. So I'll just go to my development environment. Okay, so this is running live. It's in my development environment. This code doesn't have that feature. I have checked out get to a previous version. So let me just show it to you. Meanwhile, in the ID, so this is like VS Code. If this is WebStorm like VS Code. So in my ID, I have like basic my code and my Cloud Code setup. You can use any AI which is any AI tool which is capable of talking to your like using MCP and talking to your browser. So again, I'm here in the local environment, and let me just take you to the same screen where we saw that feature. Let me just turn on my drone back again. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, seems like I haven't set my development environment properly, but again, we'll try and like get code in the screen itself, the draggable feed. So coming back to my ID, so this is my Cloud Code setup. I have my browser MCP, Chrome MCP. So in here you are seeing the Chrome MCP server. At the end of the session, I'll be giving links to all these MCPs that we use at FlytBase. So now it's correctly set up. Before actually starting this demo, I did a quick check with Cloud Code that it's able to communicate with the browser, and it's kind of good to go. Now let's actually do some real hands-on. So I'll try. Let's first actually give some context to Cloud Code. Okay, so we want to develop a draggable window which user would drag anywhere in the screen. We have access to our browser. Let's do, sorry for that, let's do a quick POC in which we will use Chrome MCP and directly put the code in the browser. Right now, I'm not actually telling it a full context that we want a video stream. We wanted to have 10 different features, because if you do that, it will try and do a lot of things at one time, and it will kind of not work at the end of the day. So the trick here is in to make small changes and gradually increase the complexity. So this is like the bare minimum prompt I could give, that I want a draggable window on the current screen. So now actually let's see what it does. So I'm expecting that the screen, the window would come somewhere here. So let's see. Okay, so now it has detected that okay, I need to create a draggable window in the browser itself. So it will now put and inject some code directly there. So let's see what it puts. I hope my screen and audio is. Also, in the kind of, okay, there you go. Sorry, I changed my tab. So like this browser, Chrome MCP, it's like having access to all my browsers, right? So it can like put anything anywhere. So that's the reason I had to specify that I kind of change the tab, and please, yeah. So now it's again doing the same thing. So I'll try and not to move my tabs, because again it would miss the correct tab. Right. So here you can see that I have a tab which I can move anywhere on my screen. It looks nothing like what I showed you in the demo in what we have in the production app. there is no video feed, it doesn't match our UI, it doesn't match our design system. Like this is not something we'll be pushing out, right? But at least what I know is I can feel the video stream. Like how would it feel for a user? Like it goes anywhere. Like right. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'll just repeat myself. So currently, it looks nothing like what we wanted to build. It's like basic thing, but at least I can feel and experience the UX of the user. Okay, this is how it would move and all. Now, since the Claude, it has put this code in my browser, it already knows all my DOM. It knows the component in which this has been placed in. Now, what I can do is I can simply ask it, okay, now you know the DOM, you know the correct parent component you are in. Let's convert this POC to a small component. We will add nothing extra, just a simple draggable window component. What I'm basically telling it is, see, now you already know the DOM, you already know what code you have to put. I have confirmed that it's working fine. Now just convert it back to my component. Component, in the sense we are using, like this is an Angular app. Let me just go through one of the apps. Yeah. Right. So like this is like an small Angular app. Now it's kind of exploring the code, and now it can make like real targeted changes. If I have to fasten this up, what I can do is I can ask, you can inspect my DOM, and you would know the components right away from there, and then make targeted changes in the code. So like, excuse my typos, I make a lot of them, but like me and Claude both are fine with it, so far no issues. So currently what it's doing is it's trying to fetch the web content, meaning it's like kind of inspecting the DOM. So inspecting DOM, I hope everyone is like aware of that. We go into inspect and analyze the like what components are there, what is the hierarchy. Now what's happening here is typical problems we face is like there is too much things here, right? So again, right. So again, what we can do in such cases is like select, I can say app dashboard. So app dashboard is like a root level component in our project. So I can just ask it to select the app dashboard and analyze that. I'll be putting, okay, great. It kind of it kind of figured out that, okay, I need to put it somewhere in app common scaffold. So now it's like it will go and analyze the actual code. So if I have to show the right, so it's reading this component which I have here. It will read the HTML and just create a small component right here. So let's actually see what it creates. And I hope demo gods are with me today. So meanwhile, what I was trying to show here is, okay, I cannot change my tab. So you can also make this thing to like read your console logs. During development, typically you would look at console log, network logs, WebSocket, whatever is required in like connector backend and frontend together. So no more you need to go and like search that log and filter it and all that. You can just make Claude or whatever AI tool you're using to do that. So if you are like realizing, what we have essentially done is we have connected the broken link between your AI, your IDE, and the browser. So what most people do is they make AI write code here, then they go and manually test that in the browser, then put the like collect the logs and put it back here, and like they waste a lot of time. So this thing we are connecting both the ends and kind of trying to make a seamless, maybe like an automation or loop closure. so that both can communicate and like do things faster. Right. So here you go. So it kind of made the component. Now let's actually ask it to please put it at the relevant place. Let me just confirm whether it already has. Just confirming whether the component it has used or not. So let me just show you what it built. Right. So this is what it built. You can see I have most of the logic in here. I have all the mouse drag events and all the complex things. It has also built like a decent. Okay, sorry. Sorry, everyone, just a minute. Right, I hope it's visible back. Yeah. Okay, so I was just showing the code it has developed. So this is like a decent code. We all, of course, there is not much thing in UI in HTML because I asked it specifically not to. Now, let's ask it to, yes, let's just put it in common scaffold. So this is like a fairly complex thing. You need to like have all the event listeners and all. You need to have some logic, and so it kind of, I don't need to care about all that, at least for now, till it generates a decent level code and like has fair complexity. Then I'll be diving in and like just ensuring that okay, like everything is correct and we have not like left mouse open or all those kind of things. But right now, so far so good. It's kind of seems good to me. Now actually what it's doing is it's actually like having using this component and module so that it can be used in one of my components. So if someone knows Angular, this is how it works. In React and all, you don't have module boundaries essentially, so you wouldn't face this issue there. But let's actually give it some time. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, tell it.
Let me take that. So we have a question for you asking, can you not specify which tab it needs to work on? Since you're on it, why don't you answer that?
Yes, of course. You can always specify. Typically,
tab again, it would cause an issue.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So of course you can always specify. Typically, when I'm developing, I don't have all these tabs open. I have another browser instance open where I do things like listen to music or like you have Slack open or mail open. So typically I don't disturb this browser. So that's how it goes generally. So hence I did not face this issue before, but currently I'm doing it. So yes, kind of I'm facing it, but not a big problem.
That's okay. So there's one more question. Which IDE are you using right now?
This is a WebStorm from JetBrains. It's kind of what I would say is a very huge powered IDE with everything in place for like basically they have made sure you don't have to leave your IDE to test or to deploy code or whatever. So it's a powerful IDE, not like a light code, VS code or something. So yeah.
That's the good questions for now.
Okay. Meanwhile, if anyone wants to ask any questions till this guy builds the code, I'm open to it. I don't want to bore you people.
No, why did you choose these tools to come up with the solution?
It's simple, right? You have your ID, you have your AI doing the code, but there is no way to connect your ID AI to the browser. The only way was me connecting those two. So I go to browser, I use it, and I give back the logs. Makes zero sense, and I don't have time for all this. So that's the thing. Yeah.
Nice. We have one question. Can we do the same thing on VS Code?
Of course. I mean, the ID has got nothing to do with it, right? What's important that you have an AI tool and you have a browser which can like both can talk via an MCP. So right now I'm using Chrome MCP, but you can always use Playwright MCP also. So it's got nothing to do with VS Code or WebStorm or whatever Vim, whatever you can use whatever you want. Not a big issue.
That's great.
So Saurabh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, how this AI is going to access the repository, the current repository you are working? So, all the files I have seen. So, how this knows? So, these files are present. So, if we want to debug any other file, so how it is going to access that file?
Right.
By giving the
Yeah.
command, it will understand and go to that file and do the activity, or else is there any specific way you have to tell?
Okay. So right now this is my repo and my terminal has spawned there, right? So I just fired my Cloud Code there, so it already knows what repo I'm working in. Of course, for this example, I have not given it the code context. Ideally, this is not how I work. I have a docs folder. We have a docs folder. We have like detailed documentation of everything. But since this is like a very small feature, I don't need to baggage it with all that unnecessary context. So for this thing, it would work. And why did it work in this case? Because if you see it's in browser. In the browser, in Angular, you have all these like component selectors, right? So it already knows what ID or what component it's working with. So in this case, it knew that it's okay. I'm working with a common scaffold component, so that's how I put it. But if you're working with a fairly complex project, this is not how you do it. You go, you create a plan document, you brainstorm with it so that it has all the necessary context. So that's how you ideally work. But for like projects of this size, you don't need to like overcomplicate it.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So demo gods are with me today, and I have a Daggle component just to prove that it works. I'll change the tab so you know it's coming from my code. So yeah, nice. So I have a working demo. Again, looks nothing like what I want it to be. Now gradually we'll give like the context to it and make it to do what we want. I respect your time, so I'll not be wasting too much time, and I'll just say it. Okay, we need to use app SDK video. You guys must be wondering what is this guy typing. So this is nothing but a standard library in our code in which if you want any video to be shown somewhere, we can just put in this reusable component and it would spawn a video for you. In this. Now I know it needs to work better. So what I can do is I can give it context of where it has been used. So I'll just find one of the usage. Okay, this is not a right example. Okay, so I'll just give it an example of how you can use app SDK. So we'll use, okay, you can refer it from this file. Again, I'm not going to ask you to do everything at once. Don't worry too much about data. How does it come? And where will we bring it from? Just
Looks like your laptop god is not with you.
it's not. Okay. Just use the component. Keep it simple for now. Shruti, what I'll be doing is once I have this basic demo set up, I'll not be wasting my time in getting the actual video and all. I hope they get the gist kind of.
Yeah. While that happens, maybe you can pick few questions so we can.
Yeah, I definitely can.
Yeah.
I can't change my tab. Sorry, Shruti will have to help me.
Okay, so there's a question like, is there any reason why you're using JetBrains?
So I mean, it's kind of what you like, right? I come from an Android background. I have been using Android Studio, which is a JetBrains thing, and once I switched over to web, and these people gave me VS Code, and I hated it because even for simple features that I need to go into this file, I need to find okay where this thing is used, even to like do simple things like okay just go here and rename this instance everywhere. Okay, I'm sorry. Right. So nothing like it's kind of a more of a personal choice. I like a full power IDE rather than a text editor, what I would call a VS Code. Many people would get offended, but I just don't like VS Code. Sorry.
Good. Is it ready? Like, is it something we can show?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what it has done. Let me just check what it has done. Okay. Seems like it's messed it up. Just let me see. Okay, so it's kind of messed it up. It kind of lost the context. So let me just course select it. Meanwhile, you can like keep the questions firing. I can answer it.
Okay. Multitasking it is.
Yeah.
Have you analyzed the Claude code cost to do this in any way? If I do it manually, I won't pass all the logs from all the tabs. I'll pass only the broken part logs.
Of course, no one passes the whole logs. If you're doing it, you need to stop that. But of course, first of all, at FlytBase, we don't really care how much we are spending on AI tools because we have a free hand. So I honestly, I don't know how much we are spending here. But what matters is I can get this feature out in 2 hours. The ROI there is much greater than what we'll think about like saving some bucks. Answering your second question, of course, I even when I would develop it manually, I would have never put whole logs. I would only put the broken logs. So it's not as if I just bombard it with all the logs and then ask it to analyze. Of course, that's not how it works.
Correct. There's a question of name this AI tool / extension, which is connecting out to the IDE process. So I think you'll be sending that out later, right?
Yep, I can.
Yeah, he'll be sending you guys a link later for anything that's being used. So last question. Did you try fixing a bug in existing code wherein the Claude can check out the Chrome logs and suggest a solution?
Yep.
But confirm before applying the changes.
Yep, I always do it. These days I'm working a lot with Frontend, so I don't even put logs myself. I ask it to put logs, and of course I ask it to read them back and debug stuff. So yeah, I mean, once you start using this, you will automatically detect what all you need. So it's kind of magic once this thing gets working. So yeah.
You can go ahead now.
Yeah. So I know it's not seeing, but you're not able to see it, but there is a component here. I can show it from code. Now, why I'm not able to get it? Because I haven't passed the important properties. Now, again, let's increase the complexity. Okay, we can now pass input params. Does not need to be really class. Let's just pass some actually all data it needs. So you might be thinking, why am I like doing all these small changes? Because I don't have a proper working doc as of right now. Had I if I had a working doc, I would have brainstormed and put everything there, and in one go I would have asked it to now do the have checks and do you have milestones in there and now do things. But since I didn't want to complicate it too much and not explain how doc works, so that's the thing. I'm doing it like this, but this is not the right way to do it. But I hope you are able to get what I'm trying to say here. Okay, we have bad luck. It's now compacting. Guys who use Cloud Code would know how painful of this process is, because now it's trying to compact everything. I've been talking to it from last 1 hour. Now it will take a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, and it might happen that it might lose context. But again, I'll show you how you can bring back the context.
Cool. While we have one more question, can this MCP facilitate Cloud Code to see a particular tab as a human developer will do to visually verify a lot of things?
Of course, it can. It can even I'll just show you. It can click a screenshot and analyze. I can just help you with that. See, with AI, you have all these facilities. You can do multiple things at once. I'm doing development here. Meanwhile, I can show you a demo here, both using AI. So I just love this. So, right. So here what it's doing is now whatever component I put, it's kind of using a dummy data for now, because of course I asked it to. Now let's see what it comes up with. Okay, let's check what the problem. Why is it not getting the MCP? Okay, let me just reconnect it. Okay, it's kind of freezing my tabs because I was doing something before the demo and it's kind of heavy thing. Let's actually do one thing at a time, otherwise the demo would mess up. Right. So it has done what I asked it to do it previously. We have like a working, of course, a component with not for real data, but now let's see how it looks. Let me just give it some time to build. Meanwhile, I can maybe do this.
Recommends JetBrains monophones look great.
It does. I mean, I'm an official hater of VS Code, so.
Oh my god. You've officially hated 2-3 tools at this point.
I have. Okay, it has compiled, and I again hope demo gods are with me. Hoping we see something that you guys can understand.
Oh.
Okay. Clearly, they're not with me today, but you get the gist, right? So if I pass the correct data here, right here, and I would get what I showed in the demo previously. The main core logic in this project was to get this thing working real quick, like this thing. I did not have to do like any manual coding over here, but I hope you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. If I get this code working right now, which I can in next few minutes, but I'll not waste your time. But if we get this code working, we are almost done. I don't have to do anything. So if what I was able to do is like come up with this in like last half an hour. You can only imagine what you can do if you like get used to it and use it on a daily basis. So that is the real ROI. I have seen a lot of AI tools claiming, oh, you can like accelerate and all this, but for me, these small things get me a lot of ROI. So especially people like me who hate front end, this is really handy. So I think I can end the demo. I know it was not able to get the feed, but I hope there are a lot of developers here and can relate to me. This happens. So yes, open to questions.
Google does not have any official MCP server for Chrome. Please share the link. Guys, we'll be sharing the link for everything so that you can see it.
Okay, let me just share it.
Yeah, I think you can do that.
The one I'm using, this Hangman one, you can use this. I'll just put it in link maybe. Right. We also used to use Playwright MCP. I'll just put in that also. This one. Okay, I think I lost screen.
Yes. Your laptop code is not with you. Neither is your demo code.
I'm unlucky. Okay, I have also put links to 2 MCPs that we have used and like kind of battle tested in development. I would not prefer using Playwright MCP because I somehow I feel it's very slow, but this Chrome MCP thing, it kind of works every time like magic. So yeah, that's about the 2 links I showed you.
I mean, why don't you talk about the ROI also a little bit? Like, how much were you doing before? Like, how much of work was it before, and how much is it now? You told me like you can do a day's work in 2-3 hours now. So
yeah,
is that it?
This thing, if I would have worked manually, it would take me half a day at least. I'm being very optimistic. Half a day to get this thing working with properly with all like decent coding, but now I was able to do it in like next 15, 20 minutes, I guess. So we are already saving like 2.5 hours or something. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jaru, and excellent.
Yes.
Himanshu, yes, there's a lot of editing sessions that we've done before, and there would be a few in the future as well. If you'd like to reference, we can. You can watch it on our YouTube channel. I'll send you some links as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Any other questions for Saurabh? Like, the stage is open. You guys can just ask.
Hey, hi Saurabh.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, interesting demo. Is there any way we can connect with you just in case we have something interesting to share around this?
Yeah, you can contact Shruti or you can contact me on my LinkedIn, and I should be happy to help you.
Okay, thank you.
We have a question. If you do not have any AI usage or budget limits, what metrics do you track for developers while providing the access? Wow, Shubham.
Good question. It's very simple actually. If you're able to get a thing done in half an hour that used to take half a day, I mean that's enough to like kind of convince your CTO or whoever is the budget head for you. Shouldn't be a big deal. I mean at FlytBase it's not a problem usually because we have been provided with whatever AI tools we have. We don't really care about how much money are we spending because they know that we are getting ROIs, so it's fine. We can charge the customer better this time.
It just needs more features, right? So it's like if we can build this one feature within the next 1 hour, 2 hours, it means like we're building much more features, and that's more money.
Yeah. Sometimes what I do is I have my cloud code. It's in one terminal doing backend things, and for the same like the API, another cloud code which is doing the front end thing. So I do it very often. Once it's setting this code, I go to this thing and give it the next prompt. So I mean, once you get used to it, there is no way going back. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. The last question or anything for the day?
Yeah, nice question, Shubham. See, code quality, of course, with AI, and if you just tell it, I mean, I want this code, put it. Of course, it will put the code. It won't care about quality. It won't care about what your standard practices are. Of course, it won't. There is a way to do it. That if you have proper docs folder, you have proper documentation around. Okay, this is how things are built. This is standard example. How you learn from them. Of course, then you would get a lot. I would say almost 95% good quality code instead of just telling it randomly. Okay, do this. Of course, it won't. It's not a magic. It needs AI. These guys need references. These guys need to learn from your existing things. So if you have proper documentation, if you have proper what I can say, like frameworks for understanding this is my design system, this is my coding standards, these are my like hygiene things. So of course it would give a lot better quality code.
Saurabh, so in that case, wouldn't the context increase for each of the prompts you are giving or each of the tasks you are providing?
Okay, so it's not as if you are providing that context in every prompt. It doesn't work like that. If, for example, if you're using Cloud Code or if you're using Windsurf, sorry. Okay, so if you're using these things, you have a prompt or a setting which you can make your AI tools refer that this is my learning thing. This is what you need to refer. So if you're using Cloud Code, it's like an init thing. If you're using Windsurf, I'm not sure. I don't use Windsurf, but I am sure you have something there. So it's not as if you're giving this context every single time. So yeah, it's not a big of a problem, honestly.
Okay, Saurabh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Thanks, Shubham. Thank you so much. Actually, I know there's a lot of questions lining up. Like how Nitin has mentioned and like how it's shown on the screen, we have our growing WhatsApp community. Please do join there, and your questions will be quickly addressed by Saurabh and our team. We would have to end the call right now because we are almost time. Prashnesh, maybe we can quickly take your question and answer. I feel bad. It's the last question. Maybe we can take that up and then just finish it.
Completely. So this component thing, actually, it's a general coding rule, right? That you don't have a lot of things in one file. So it's not as if only it's related to the front end or component thing. Of course, we have all these things in a docs folder, which we make it refer. So yeah, see, once you have AI, it won't work magically for you on day one, just saying build it for me. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to have proper documentation structure. You need to invest few hours in that every day. If you're dealing with legacy code bases, of course, you need to. I know it's very difficult that you generate all documentation in one day. That's not possible. So what we did at FlytBase here is, whichever developer is working on any new module, he just went in there. Then he made that conscious effort. Okay, I just kind of documented for the team. So that's how you do it. The more good, crisp documentation, the more great results you would get. Not saying bombard with all the documentation.
Thanks, Himanshu. But thanks, Rajneesh, as well for the question. We're ending it for the day. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. Shout out to all Punekers there. We are having an event this Saturday. It's an in-person event at FlytBase office, and it's a chance to meet us as well. It's about product design, and it's along with the dev team. So if you would like to join, please do register. I'll send out the link along with the recordings.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.